Merry Christmas, everybody. Just a quick video disclaimer. This video doesn't show any actual work going on. The owner of the waterproofing company said there's too much liability with filming his guys doing what they're doing. But if I wanted to, I could be there. They could explain the process and I could show you guys the aftermath of each step and explain I think I covered some good benefits and the reasons why they do the things they do and how it should help our new house. So with that being said, enjoy the video. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So over here at the new house, and things are just kind of clicking off and going, and it's all looking awesome. So if you guys have been watching, footers are poured, foundation walls are poured, foundation walls are stripped and cleaned up. We did a laser giveaway from Sigmund. If you guys would like to see that, the laser itself, there's a link in the description. We did that giveaway for Christmas, teamed up with Sigmund. They provided the laser. I did a quick little review on it and sent it out to one lucky winner. So today, over here at the property, the waterproofing company is here to waterproof our walls. Now, I had a brief discussion with the owner of the company. He asked that I not film the guys working, but if I would like to film a little bit here and there and just briefly explain the process and what they're doing, he said I can. He just, liability reasons, you know, never know who's watching. He said he would prefer to just keep everything off, which I completely understand. I never want to force somebody or think everybody is going to be all right with being on camera and being put on YouTube. I completely get it. I fully expect to run into that as this process continues and goes on. So before they actually get started and I can have a little bit of privacy in the one area of the house, I'll explain to you what they're doing and hopefully get a couple little shots in here and there while they're not working on certain things. So I'll jump outside and I'll show you guys what's going on. And while they're working, I'm gonna be, once again, trying to help, but he said it's a pretty straightforward process. So I don't know how much helping I'll be able to do, but I do have some stuff around here that needs cleaned up. So I'll be picking up rebar and chairs and form a drain and getting all that stuff put away. So here we go. Enjoy. All right, everybody. So here we are on the back side of the house. None of this is getting sprayed or anything because all of this is below living grade elevations. Our basement floor height will be at the top of this wall, so everything below it, we're good, we're clear. I'll have a French drain with stone running there, so any water that gets stuck there will hit the drain and go. Same thing over here. Our floor height in here will come up about 8 inches from this plate here to give us our floor height inside. So our waterproofing line starts right here at this red line. So basically what they're going to do is they chalk the line. This is 3 foot up. I believe 3 foot puts us about right here. So we're a little bit higher than 3 foot to keep our frost protection. They're gonna spray all of this wall down with a black tar based product, and we switched. We were originally gonna use a rubber based membrane. We switched to a black tar because it is colder. It has an easier heating point. They can heat it up to 140 degrees to spray it on, and it cures easier and better in these colder temperatures. So with that rubber based product, if the temperatures need to be above 30 degrees, and I think right now we're at like 28 or 29, so we switched. We went with the black tar product, so they'll keep the spray to that line and below, up to about a foot down from top of wall here. That way we have room to work our grading back, and our stone can come down to that line. And then after that, they're going to take insulation board and push it right up against that. They'll shoot it on so that that is secured. They are also going to wrap this footer with that tar. That way, if we get any sort of gaps or cracks in the bottom of that, the water doesn't seep in. It's going to be sealed up and secured. Not that I would really ever suspect that of happening, but crazier things have happened. So that is that. They got the footers cleared off. They started up the truck to get that tar warming up. I believe they're getting ready to start spraying, so I'll let them get a little bit sprayed and then I'll show you guys that. Not much work going on in this video that you're going to see, just a little bit of talking and more information than anything, so enjoy. All right, everybody, so they're doing one coat of this. Now the other stuff, I believe, if I understood it correctly, got 2 coats. This being a thicker product gets put on one coat, and now they're going to shoot the blue board on, or the insulation board. But basically what it is just a black tar that gets sprayed on, and it does go on pretty thick. Like, you can kind of see it running a little bit. No big deal. I always like, you know, it's nice to see it done properly. But then right down here is what I was talking about, how they wrap it onto the footer. They stay back from the forma drain so it doesn't get clogged up or sprayed over. But this creates a nice seal along the bottom. That way, if there is any sort of water that puddles there, you're not going to have moisture wicking through this wall, because we're protected there. So now, once the insulation board, I wanted to briefly discuss on this, and you guys will see this in a minute after they get it all shot on. That is there not necessarily for insulation, because you only get an R5 rating on it. It's not necessarily for insulation. It's there for protection. As I'm backfilling, putting stone in there, filling up with dirt, you have rocks that are going to be hitting the side of that wall. You don't want that stuff to tear or pull or get all galled up or anything. So so the blue board goes on, backfilling occurs. So yeah, it's a process. I'll talk a little more about it after they get on, but for now they're letting that tack up a little bit, and then they'll start on the blue board. So all right, everybody, so these guys are making quick work out of this. I thought this was going to be a little bit more involved putting this foam up, but I mean, obviously that's why they're professionals at it. It would have taken me a lot longer to do this, and you know, these guys came in with their spray gun and everything and blew the membrane on, that was really cool to see it. But regardless, they got the membrane on. As you guys see, they have the foam on now. Now with this particular stuff, oh boy, I almost went down. That's why you always got to be careful where you're walking. But with this particular stuff, the nails that they are using, they're specialty nails with these specialty caps. That way the nails don't blow through the foam. And then the nails are there just to specifically hold the foam to the concrete until we get it backfilled. They only penetrate in about, I think he said, 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch. And again, that is just to hold it there until we get it backfilled. You don't want the nails blowing into the concrete super deep, because then you risk it cracking and chunking, and now you kind of just ruin the membrane. So penetrates in enough, pulls that membrane in with it. You retain your waterproofing, and yeah, this is going good. I really like seeing this. This is really neat. The one gentleman said that his one pet peeve is showing up to jobs and seeing all the lettering every which way. And he even made the comment, he's like, I know it gets covered and buried, but you know, at the same time, whenever I'm doing it, I like it to look as professional as possible. And I mean, sure enough, yeah, that's what they did. But you know, this one's upside down, but they ripped this one in half, used the other side. So I get it. Yeah, gotta no waste. I like it. This is cool. So now that this is almost done, Johnny from Cranberry Supply, between today is Friday, today and Monday, he's getting me 5 triaxle loads of river rock. Let's think about this. 5, there's about 25 ton per triaxle load, so approximately 125 ton of stone coming my way to backfill. The next step is to get some corrugated perforated pipe, roll that out on top of the footer. It's going to be another $200 for an additional French drain, and I know I just told you guys all about the forma drain in that Q&A video and the benefits to that. That is its own French drain, but this is going to give me another layer of protection against water. So we'll go ahead, we'll put that in. We're going to backfill up about 5 feet, and then run our rain leaders for our downspouts. So that'll be next, and I should be able to get started on that tomorrow morning for a little bit, and then yeah. So I'm just gonna go along and see if there's any other information I can relay on this, and then we'll probably wrap this video up. All right, everybody, so I raced back over here. I had to go look at some stuff with my mom, but I raced back over here, and as you can see, the waterproofing guys got all the insulation board up. Really, it didn't take them that long. Unfortunately, and I'm sure I'm going to run into this with the little bit of work that we're subbing out, is that these companies operate in certain ways that it's not always feasible for them to accept outside help, because I'm not covered by their insurance, I'm not covered by their workman's comp, so should something happen and I get hurt, you know, they're just trying to protect themselves, which I completely understand. You know, I'll never not use somebody just because they won't let me help. But all the insulation board's up, all of the waterproofing is done, so now we are good to go ahead and start slinging some stone down into this big giant ditch, get a French drain pipe, another French drain pipe in there, and some fabric, and then start filling it up. Now, if you are wondering why I didn't do this particular step myself, it's because I priced this out a few different ways. You can buy the buckets of material that they were using. You can buy it in 5-gallon buckets. If you buy it in a bucket and you're attempting to apply it without a sprayer, you need to use like kind of a stiff bristled brush almost. If you are going to spray it, then you need to have like an industrial size sprayer, not like one of those little red ones that we use. Like, this thing is air powered, and so between buying the material and then renting the sprayer and purchasing the blue board, it was really only like $200 more to have these guys do it. It would have taken me a lot longer to do it in the time frame that they did it, and it probably wouldn't have been done as nice because it's not something I do. I'm sure it would have been good and it would have been watertight if I did it, but these guys are professionals at it. You know, it's just like concrete. It's not that anybody can't do it, it's just people that have experience and have practice, they tend to have a better end result than somebody who is trying to attempt it for the first or second time, and maybe they don't have the right materials or tools or equipment. So, you know, I think it was money well spent. These guys did an awesome job. I think they were here for maybe 3 hours collectively, but again, I mean, it just looks extremely professional. All the wording is the same way, and not that that matters, but you know, the guy even said, he's like, it's something that bothers him when he sees boards that are upside down or, you know, going the other way. So I think it looks phenomenal. And if you guys saw, I got 2 triaxle loads delivered today of our 2B gravel. Now again, here's a good comparison. This is the 2B limestone. It's not frozen, but once you kind of step on it, there's very little movement because this stuff all just locks together. Whereas this river rock, you step on it, it's a little frozen already. You step on it and you can kind of see it moving. It doesn't really lock together or anything. And I know I'm kind of shifting my foot around, but yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it's moving. So this stuff just rolls, but that's kind of the purpose of it, is you want to keep as much air in that stone as possible so that that water goes right through, hits the drain, and leaves. So now that the waterproofing is done, I can pick up some French drain pipe tomorrow morning, as well as some fabric, and get going on backfilling. So with all that being said, I know this really wasn't a video that showed any work at all. It was more just information. If you are doing new construction or you need new waterproofing done on your house, just do your research, find out what materials they're using, make sure it's a good reputable material with a good reputable company. and the two gentlemen that were here were extremely professional, so that's always an added bonus. Waterproofing is definitely one of the most important steps when it comes to foundation work, because you don't know if it's done properly until it's too late. So, you know, once we get the backfilling done and it framed and the basement done, we're not going to know if there's a leak or not until there's a leak in the basement. So everything that they did, I am 100% satisfied with. It looks great. It seems like it's going to last a very long time. We get a little bit of insulation value with that that insulation board. So yeah, I'm just thrilled. So I want to thank you guys for tuning back into another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. Don't forget to like us on Instagram, and don't forget to check out the links in the description. I always try to include some of them for some of the people that have helped us out throughout this process. So yeah, I'll be back here bright and early tomorrow morning to start filling this in. So I'll see you guys then, and until then, have a great day.